Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host and my guest is Kevin Nichols. Kevin, while you were at the University of California, Berkeley, you pledged one of the greatest fraternities in the history of mankind.
I did.
And that is?
Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. I believe that you were the grand pole mark when I was.
Well, yeah. I just happened to be the grand pole mark of that great fraternity. Although I'm joking there, but all of the fraternities is actually excellent. Let's talk a little bit about why did you pledge Kappa Alpha Psi?
I wanted to be united with college men from all over the country, doing something positive. Being a light for young black men growing up. And I wanted to be able to leverage that network to do more impact.
And you have remained fairly active with the fraternity over the years.
Yes.
And you've been a member for how long?
It will be, I want to say 28 years.
Oh, yeah. That's almost as long as I am old.
28 years this year, yeah.
And do you think the fraternity is engaged in positive stuff?
Yes, I do, especially given the fact that with the pandemic, we've been very active still. We were out there, protesting during George Floyd's murder. We've been out there feeding the community during difficult times of strife economically with the pandemic. We're also back now. We're providing scholarships. We're doing our Guide Right program, et cetera. We've still been able to do, even though it was virtual for the last 2 years. So we're very active still in what's happening.
How do you think collectively college fraternities and sororities can be more impactful within the communities in which they live?
I believe the next generation will have to be a lot more open for collaboration. I know the Divine Nine, has been something that is existing for a long time, but it's a lot more necessary now. There are so few college men, especially on predominantly white institutions. Back when I was made, there were at least 5 to 10 to 12 brothers that were initiated in these organizations. Now it's 1 or 2, So the need to be more impactful is necessary to work more collaboratively with other organizations. And that's not necessarily, doesn't manifest itself very well on the West Coast, but I believe in the southern areas and the eastern areas where there are a lot more colleges, a lot more African Americans, professionals particularly in those areas, are able to do it a little bit better and more effectively.
Right. And so in sum, it's important for college fraternities and sororities to collectively get involved more with the communities in which they operate. Now, you are a former executive director of the Health and Wellness Project. What was that? Or what is that?
So the African-American Wellness Project was created by Dr. Michael Lenore.
My good friend.
Your good buddy, my cousin. So when he was president of the National Medical Association, he asked for me to take over for a little while, he had said.
Just only for a little while.
A year and a half to 2 years later. But basically, I run the African-American Wellness Project for him while he was president. And essentially, its goal is to address the disparities of African-Americans have, when it comes to the healthcare industry. And also help Black people be better advocates for themselves. To not take that whatever one doctor says as the gospel, but maybe getting second opinion or demanding better care and better treatment for them.
Now, how does that differ, if at all, from the family wellness group?
It differs significantly in the sense that the family wellness group's purpose is to get Black and brown people out and take advantage of the outdoors as a way of being well, both for work-life balance, hiking.
When you say outdoors, you mean running and walking?
We're active. We're getting them active. So we have hikes every Saturday. To a lot of people growing up here in the Bay Area have never even been outside their backyard, don't know what the national parks are, et cetera, some people have never even been across the Golden Gate Bridge.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding. So we facilitate, we mark the trails, we get Black people out there, they get to hike, and experience the outdoors in a safe environment. We also do bike rides. We have quarterly events. We have a bonfire coming up in July.
What kind of bond? You mean you go out and set something on fire?
This
is a fire season. It could be dangerous.
It's the beach.
I'm joking.
All right. We'll be at the beach in San Francisco, right by San Francisco State, Ocean Beach.
Ocean Beach.
Yeah,
right.
we'll have DJ Jerry Ross will bring his amplifier. We'll have a sound, a DJ for about 3 hours outside, and about 400 or 500 people. It's like a potluck. People bring their own food and their own blankets and stuff, and we just celebrate life outdoors.
So family wellness is very important. And it seems to me what you're suggesting is something that we all ought to be doing. So take heed to that and recognize that there's a lot that we can do to enhance our own wellness by getting engaged. Don't touch that remote. We will be right back with All About Community. My name is Robert L. Harris. I'm your host, and my guest is Kevin Nichols.